The new GeForce Now 4080 hardware is out, and we wanted to test just how high these frames go to get a frame rate over 240Hz regularly. We tested top 5 competitive games on GeForce Now at 1080p that hit well over 240fps to get that smooth 240Hz stream. Dying to see what kind of numbers the 4080 can produce? Let's start with our first game, CSGO. CSGO is usually the most played game on Steam, time and time again. It's using a slightly updated version of the now 20-year-old Source engine. So how do things fare? Well, I do have everything maxed out because why not? The 4080 can handle that. Frames can hit well above 240 depending on the map. On maps like Assault, it stays at 240 and sometimes might dip slightly. And as I mentioned in the video about what hardware GeForce Now will give you on the Ultimate tier, I think CSGO is one of those games that they might give you 3080 hardware because it can handle 240 FPS. In one session, I played Assault, Office, Italy, and Dust 2. Each time, I only got a max of 240 FPS. Now in my next session, I played the map Ancient and got well above 240. Heck, I've even got over 350 FPS at 4K. This makes me believe it will give you 3080 hardware if need be for 1080p users. Next, we have good old Fortnite, the biggest battle royale game of all time. And I'm gonna run zero build because, duh. Also, make sure to uncap your frame rate. Oh, it's so smooth. It's so smooth, guys. You big Fortnite fans should have a blast with this. I get really high frames in the 350s when jumping out of the bus. On the ground in combat, I get from 240 to mid 300s. The reflex latency is on point too. Look at me miss these shots because the input is spot on. Totally had to get used to it. I had to lower my sensitivity just to adjust. This NVIDIA reflex is the real deal. Next, we have Rainbow Six Siege, which has been around since 2015. I made sure to turn the FPS limit off and I ran the benchmark. I managed to get over 500 FPS in certain instances with an average of 376 FPS. Impressive. The average was reflected well in game 2. There were many times where I hit over 400 FPS during my session and averaged in the upper 300s. Good times. Now for everyone's favorite team game, League of Legends. How high can you get with this lower demanding game? I had to make sure to turn off the frame rate cap, and would you believe I was able to reach over 700 FPS at 1080p. Now during high action sequences, frames would still be in the mid 3 to 400s. Quite amazing. Would you believe this wasn't the highest on the list? The frames only get better from here. And last, but definitely not least, Rocket League. Oh my god. I just wasn't expecting these numbers. Just make sure you change the FPS limiter first and watch the frames fly. Did you just see that? Did anybody just see that? The FPS went so high, it blanked out! You know what that means? Over 1,000 FPS, people! Congratulations, we did it! I don't know what we did, but it's done. Hand us the FPS trophy. I'm changing my name to 4-figure FPS guy. Get on my level, son. So, Rocket League wins the FPS challenge. Not that it was a competition. But we learned that this new 4080 hardware can really perform on the most competitive games on GeForce Now. Every other cloud platform should be put on notice in terms of performance. Now the game selection, that's a whole nother conversation. I'll leave that for another video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and if you like this overview of the top 240Hz games on GeForce Now, give us a like. Also, make sure to join as a member of the channel or join our Patreon in the links below. And above all else, make sure to subscribe to keep it locked right here at the only place where you can do battle in gaming heaven, Cloud Gaming Battle. This is 4-figure FPS guy doing the impossible. Oh, we did it again!